Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Thursday morning. Just got finished doing Uber. Man, I'll tell you, they always start out so good, and then they turn to absolute shit. I don't know what's up with this destination filter, but what the fuck can it figure out that I don't live in New York City? I put in the destination filter, and again, it sends me to the city. I have no idea what Uber is thinking. It's frustrating, man. It really is. It's getting to a point. Like, I'm gonna call them up and be like, do you guys, like, what do you do with your algorithm that makes you think that driving me 30 miles out of my way is bringing me towards my home? It's absolutely ridiculous. All right, now that rant is over, let's talk about the day. So, started out, I did a lot of city trips today. So maybe because I've been accepting city trips, they're starting to send me there. I guess that's my own fault. You know, I got to start just canceling those rides. I mean, they are profitable. My first passenger of the day, he knew that Uber does a shit job of taking care of their drivers. And he called me up and he goes, listen, I'm going to Queens. I know you guys, he's like, but I'll take care of you. He's like, I promise you I'll take care of you, you know? And it was early in the morning, not a lot of traffic, you know? So I was out and about today at about 5 o'clock. So it was no problem. I said, okay, yeah, no problem. He ends up giving me a $50 tip. Huge start to the day. Get back into Jersey. What do they send me? A ride going back into Manhattan. Again, get the guy on board. I tried to cancel the trip. I really did. I tried my best to cancel it, but Uber wouldn't let me cancel it for some reason. So, and the guy kept calling me, and I got him on the phone, and I was just like, well, I guess I'm screwed. So I got him in the car. I brought him out to Manhattan. It took me about 45 minutes. Paid me about $25. It's okay. And then I got back into Hoboken, and then I got a nice long ride from Hoboken going out to West Jersey, and that paid me about $50 with the tip. Get back from there, and then Uber did its usual move of bending you over. So I go to Newark Airport. I was like, you know what? I'll grab something out of Newark. I sit there for a half hour. And they go to the airport, go to the terminal. So I say, okay, I'll go to the terminal. Never sends me a trip. Driving in circles around the terminal. What happens? They send me a trip. And the trip is not at the airport. The trip is now over at one of the hotels at the airport. So I said, maybe this might be all right. It's worked out for me once before. I pick up the passenger, and I knew right away I wasn't getting a tip. I was like, there's no tip in this. And not only that, it brought me to an area I'm not a big fan of. It brought me over to Jersey City, the shittiest part. So I got him in the car. He was a nice enough guy. It's not like he was a bad person. He just happens to be, he's probably lower income, and, you know, and listen, my heart feels for you, but in this business, I'm trying to make money. And the trip paid dog shit. He didn't tip. So then I get another lady in the car from Jersey City going out to another location in Jersey City, and no tip, because it's a shitty area and they don't like tipping there. Every ride I've done in and out of Jersey City has tipped me $0. So anyway, so I bring this young lady off, I drop her off, then I get another passenger, and this is when I had my destination filter on, and I pick them up in Jersey City. I swipe, and lo and behold, it's bringing me Manhattan. And I literally, I should have controlled myself, but I got him in the car, and I kind of was like, oh man, I was like, you're going to the city? And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I sent the text, which is full of shit, because I never got a text from the passenger. So I never got anything from this guy saying that he was going to the city. But okay, so whatever, man. I feel for people. It's not like, you know, I don't feel for people, because it's not their problem. It's not the passenger's problem. It's really an Uber problem. Uber needs to do better, and they aren't. In my area is a big problem. going from New York to Jersey and vice versa. And Uber needs to do something about that, because it's absolutely ridiculous that New York chauffeurs get screwed dropping in Jersey, and Jersey drivers get screwed dropping in Manhattan or anywhere in the city or anywhere in New York. So I get him in the car. I'm cool. I'm just like, hey, man, you know, and he's like, oh, no, at this time of day, it's not going to be bad. Yeah, okay, buddy. So I got him in the car, and what happens? I'm sitting in traffic. I'm sitting in closed roadways. And then I get into Manhattan, and I'm sitting in traffic. And, you know, again, I'm trying to keep my composure, but I'm like, you see, man, it's never so simple coming into Manhattan, you know? And he's like, no, I hear you. Lo and behold, I drop him off. Of course, he's from Jersey City, so he didn't tip me. Got nothing from the guy. So of course, Uber can't just do a day where it's just like, you know what, it all worked out, everything's good. You know, it started out strong, it started out pretty decent, and then it went right down the shitter, man. It really did, and it's disappointing. It's disappointing to see that Uber's doing this. I mean, I try and laugh about it, but it's really not funny, man. It's So here I am, once again, dropped in Manhattan, driving 26 miles home with nobody in my car, because I can't take anybody else. I got to go to the other job. But it's got to change. I just don't get it. Like, I know I don't I know I don't have to do this, and I'm probably ranting and raving, but I'm trying to do right by the passengers and do the right thing, and at the same time, I'm also have to look out for myself, because Uber's not looking out for me, you know. And in the future, man, I don't want to be the type of person that doesn't care, because I do care. I care about people getting to where they got to be. I care about doing my job right. I've always been that type of person. I don't like doing things half-assed. It's not how I operate. I do not operate in that fashion. But it was just unbelievably disappointing that my day ended that way. You know, I should have just went home. The minute that they sent me something from Newark that wasn't a Newark airport pickup, I should have said, you know what, I'm done. Should just deadhead. I drive deadhead home anyway. I didn't have any passengers in the car. What did I make? An extra $15? I mean, what's that? You know, maybe $20, and what's that in the grand scheme of things? Nothing. It's useless. It's something that, you know, I would have rather them keep the $20 and me drive home and not waste my time. You know, it was an absolute waste of time. So now here I am, rushing to get to my other job, because I gotta go home, change, eat something, and then head to the other job. But it was just Uber. You guys gotta do better. It sucks that I have to look out for myself, and then when I do look out for myself and I start canceling rides that don't add up, you want to penalize me. It's not a fair transaction at all. Not a fair transaction at all. And they choose to do it like that. But the majority of my passengers were good, except those Jersey City passengers. Which again, I understand everybody's in the circumstances, and yes, so what's my other option? Whenever I get pinged for a Jersey City trip, I just ignore them. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm not going there, and I'm not picking up from there. It's that simple. Hoboken's right next door. Hoboken, I always get tips in Hoboken, always, and it's a 10-minute difference. I should have known, and that I gotta blame on myself, because I should have known. You know, nobody there tips. You know, these guys are just like cheap, and a lot of them just don't have a lot of money, and you're not gonna make anything there. You know, so I you know, if you're a Jersey driver, I'm sure you might have some input in this, but I can tell you, again, I've only been driving for a little bit, but Jersey City has been awful. Worse than anywhere else, man. And Jersey City and Patterson, 2 places I never get tips. Never, ever get tips. So What does that tell you? And Uber, you send me a ride ever again from the outside of an airport when I'm at the airport for a ride that's picking up over at the at a hotel that's by the airport. No, thank you. I'm just gonna shut my app off and go home. And that's how that works. That's how that works, because I'm not playing these games, man. You know, I'm learning that Uber plays a lot of games. So to the passengers that did the right thing, to the passengers that, you know, really looked out, I appreciate you. I really appreciate it. You know, you probably never see this video, but if you ever come across it, just so you know, it means a lot that you guys, you know, show love. I mean, that means a lot. It also makes me feel good that I know I'm doing my job right. And I don't ask for much in a tip. You don't have to give a $30 tip. Anything, you know, $3, you know, whatever. It's better than nothing. It's really better than nothing. A nothing tip is a slap in the face, in my opinion, to a driver, especially one that goes out of their way for you. Like this clown that I drove into the city. I mean, I can't believe that guy didn't tip me. It's insane. This kid didn't tip me. You know, and again, I'm not asking for a $15 tip, but he should have gave something. He knew I was, you know, this close to being like, I can't do it, man. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to cancel. But I did it anyway, and it's my own fault. I have nobody to blame but myself for that situation. That's the end of my rant today. Just in other news, I made about $210. That was the final payout for today. That's pretty good. I mean, not sticking my nose out, but I started at 5 a.m. Didn't get my first trip till 5:30. So I did a total of 7 hours. That was the total. So, but again, nobody to blame but myself. It's you can't trust Uber to do the right thing. And again, I can literally probably put my fist through my phone thinking about how I put in a destination filter and they sent me to Manhattan. I cannot believe it. Like I said, maybe it's the algorithm. The algorithm's like, oh, here's a guy that does rides to the city. We'll just send him there because he loves it so much. No, I don't love going to the city. You know, I do it because A, a lot of times passengers take care of you, and B, certain times of day it's not bad. You know, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Just a little rant, just to clear the air. I'm gonna come in next. I'm working Saturday, and I'm gonna do that with a fresh head, with a much more positive attitude. Like I said, I just got a bitter taste in my mouth because of the way the day ended. It just really put a bad taste in my mouth. So I'm gonna come back, you know, do a few days at the other job, and come back stronger and in a better mood, because it's like a day can't go by that it's not like, again, I don't think Uber realizes like I guess their algorithm is just trash when it comes to giving drivers the right trips. So I'm gonna sleep on it. I'm gonna come back on Saturday, do like probably a 2 to 8 shift or 2 to 9 shift, because I got something on Saturday night. Come back there with a better, clearer head. Give passengers the best rides I can, and we're gonna go from there. All right, guys. So rant over. Hope you enjoyed it. It was lethargic for me. It released some of that steam. So if you hear it, I appreciate you. Like, comment, anything you can do. Again, I'd love to start going back and forth with some of you guys, because there's a lot I'd like to talk about. But anyway, have a good weekend, guys, and take care.